Hi, good morning students. Our today's topic is flow through the pipes. Any fluid in the world, kerosene, petrol, oil or any other fluid, water, which is flowing through the pipes. So here in this chapter, we are dealing with flow through the pipes. So we are here studying the different types of flow, how the flow of the fluid through the pipes occurs, the resistance of that flow and many other factors. So now our first theory, going with our first theory, which is energy losses. Now consider this is your movement of the fluid and this is your pipe. When the fluid is flowing through the pipe, in this pipe there are some resistance which resist the movement of the fluid. When fluid is flowing, there are some resistance which resist the movement of the fluid. So when the fluid is flowing through a pipe, it experiences some resistance due to which the energy of the flowing fluid is lost, and this is called energy losses in the fluid. So in this chapter we are dealing with mainly two types of energy losses, where first is major energy loss and second is minor energy loss. Minor energy losses are small as compared to major energy losses, but in a short pipe, when pipe is short, major energy losses are also a factor which we have to consider. Now here there is a two types of losses, major energy losses and minor energy losses. First of all, major energy losses is due to friction only. When fluid is flowing in a pipe, there is a surface of pipe which applied friction, which resists movement of the fluid, and major energy losses are mainly due to friction. And in this chapter we are going to study major energy losses due to friction mainly by two theories, where first is Darcy Weisbach Equation and second is Chase's formula. So due to friction, major energy losses you can find that by two equations, Darcy Weisbach formula and Chase's formula, and on the other side minor energy losses. So minor energy losses, there are so many reasons behind minor energy losses. Very first is due to enlargement of the pipe. When diameter of the pipe suddenly expands, then minor energy losses generated there. Now second is due to sudden contraction. When flow of the pipe or diameter of the pipe suddenly contract, then there created minor losses due to sudden contraction. Now third is entrance and exit of the pipe. When fluid enters and when fluid exits to the atmosphere, at that time also minor energy losses are generated. Okay, so these three losses, enlargement, contraction and entry and exit, we are going to study these minor losses in detail, and some other losses are due to bend in a pipe. If your pipe is bent, then also some losses created there due to obstruction in a pipe. If there is any obstruction in a fluid, it also created energy losses there. And due to fittings in a pipe, if you fitted something, bolt or anything, then it also created energy losses. So there are two types of losses, major and minor losses. So our first theory of this chapter is Darcy Weisbach Equation. As we said earlier that Darcy Weisbach Equation, that is a major this equation is used to find major energy losses due to friction. Here we are finding energy loss due to friction only. Okay, so as you can see in this diagram, that consider a circular pipe. We are considering circular pipe here. Okay, this is your direction of the flow. Or in a pipeline, consider two sections, section 1 and section 2. Now this is the direction of the flow. At the section 1, the pressure of the fluid is P1, and at a section 2, pressure of the fluid is P2. Here, this is the direction of flow at section 1, and also from the opposite direction, the another fluid is coming which applies pressure P2 at section 2 in opposite direction. So P1 pressure at section 1, P2 pressure at section 2. Now here, when a fluid is flowing on the surface of the pipe, there are some friction losses, and in this diagram we indicate that losses F. As you can see that F is a loss due to friction. Now the length between section 1 and 2 is L. L is a length between section 1 and section 2. So we studied Bernoulli's equation earlier in a fluid dynamics chapter. So what is Bernoulli's equation? Bernoulli's equation is a summation of pressure head, velocity head and dead term head. So here we are considering two sections where we applied Bernoulli's equation. So see in this equation, P1 by rho g is a pressure head at section 1, V1 square by 2g is a velocity head at section 1 and H1 is a dead term head. Okay, same for section 2, P2 by rho g is pressure head at 2, V2 square by 2g is velocity head at 2 and H2 is a dead term head. But now there is an additional factor here which is HF. HF is called head loss due to friction. Energy loss is also called head loss. So here HF is a head loss due to friction. So when we applied Bernoulli's equation, so this is your Bernoulli's equation. Now in this equation, what is H1? Dead term head. What is H2? Dead term head. Now your pipe is placed horizontally. Consider your pipe is horizontally. So section 1 and section 2 both are at same level. This is your datum. And this is section 1, this is section 2. Both are at the same level. So H1 equals to H2 is here. And now diameter of pipe is also constant. So here velocity of fluid is also same. So velocity at section 1 is V1, velocity at section 2 is V2. So diameter is same. So V1 equals to V2. Now as we know that equation, so in that equation we can remove the term. We can remove the term H1 and H2. We can also remove the term V1 square by 2g and V2 square by 2g. So our equation becomes P1 by rho g equals to P2 by rho g plus HF. Now rearranging this equation, so HF equals to P1 minus P2 by rho g. P1 minus P2 by rho g. Now multiply that rho into g into cross multiplication. So our equation is P1 minus P2 equals to HF into rho into g. So HF into rho into g equals to P1 minus P2. This is your equation number 1. Now there is a factor which is called frictional resistance, and the frictional resistance is expressed by Froude's formula. Here there is a formula of friction resistance F, which is also derived by Froude. We are not going to study this formula in detail. We simply have to accept this formula for frictional resistance F, which is F dash into wet area into velocity square. You have to remember this formula for find out frictional resistance, which is capital F. So wet area means the area inside the pipe, the periphery of the pipe, inside periphery of the pipe. So you can replace wet area by 2 pi r into L into V square. Now as we know that F dash equals to pi into D into L into V square. 2r equals to D. So your final equation for F equals to F dash into T into L into V square. Now D equals to 2r and perimeter P equals to pi into D. So you simply replace that term and your equation becomes F equals to F dash into P into L into V square. That is your equation number 2. Now As we know that pressure equals to force upon area. Now at section 1, pressure is given by P1 equals to F1 upon A, where F1 is a force on section 1, P1 is a pressure on section 1. And same for the section 2, P2 is a pressure on section 2 and F2 is a force on section 2. So now P1 equals to F1 upon A and P2 equals to F2 by A. If you make a subject F1 and F2, then your equation of net force F1 equals to P1 into A and F2 equals to P2 into A. So here your equation P1 minus P2 become F by A. P1 minus P2 become F by A. Okay. So place the values of F and P1 minus P2. So here in P1 minus P2 equals to F by A. That is your equation number 3. Now place the values of P1 minus P2 and F upon A from equation number 1 and 2 which we derived. So your P1 minus P2, the value of P1 minus P2, the equation number 1 is rho G into HF. And your equation number 2, F by A, F, equation number 2 for force, F equals to F dash into P into LV square, which is divided by A. Now rearranging these terms, we get HF equals to F dash P L V square upon rho A into G. Again rearrange this term, then you get HF equals to F dash by rho G into LV square into P by A. Now P, that is perimeter, and A, that is area. If you are considering P by A, then P is perimeter and A is area. Perimeter of circular pipe is pi into D and area of the pipe is pi by 4 D square. So your P by A become 4 by D. So you can replace P by A equals to 4 by D in next equation. So substituting P by A equals to 4 by D. So HF equals to, your equation become HF equals to F dash by rho G into 4 LV square by D. We replaced P by A equals to 4 by D. Now F dash by rho. F dash by rho equals to F by 2. This is derived by Froude theory. So F dash by rho you can replace by F by 2, and if you are placing that, substituting that in equation of HF, then HF equals to F by 2G into 4F LV square by V. Again, if we rearrange this equation, we finally derive the Darcy equation, which is HF equals to 4F LV square divided by 2GD. Again, HF, this equation you have to remember for calculating examples. So HF equals to 4F LV square by 2GD, where F dash is a frictional resistance, rho is a density of fluid, and F in this equation, F is a coefficient of friction, L length between two sections, V is a velocity, 2 divided by 2, that G is a force due to gravitational acceleration due to gravity, and D is the diameter of the pipe. So final Darcy Weisbach equation is to find out head loss due to friction, which is HF. So HF equals to 4F LV square by 2GD. Now for next session, we are going to study Chase's equation. Again, Chase's equation is also to find out head loss due to friction. Okay, goodbye.